Could this analog chorus pedal be the best pedal ever known to man? Let's find out. Well, I was looking through pedals online like I usually do on my free time. I ate up with checking out new pedals and learning about specs and just anything I can, any information I can about pedals and gear, music gear. I just love it all and have my whole life. And came across an analog chorus pedal, unbranded. So on the box, this is a Fecks 07 analog chorus pedal. And I bought it a few weeks ago, and so I've not tried it out yet. So hopefully it works, because if it doesn't, this will be a very short video. So let's open it up. Oh, it's a small one, a little one. So it's a mini, looks like it's a mini one. It just got basic bubble wrap and some instructions. See if I can even read it. My X-ray vision isn't working right now, so I can't even read that. I don't even know what's English here. I don't even know. I'll hold this up. Maybe you guys would get something out of that. But that's the instructions that came with it, so we don't need that. Let's pull it out of here. So let me just put this over here. So it's analog chorus, it says. Let me do this so I can see what I'm doing. So analog chorus, and it says true bypass on it. The knobs feel pretty good, feel pretty solid. The switch feels pretty good. Takes a, I don't know if it takes a 9-volt or not. I've got a power adapter. So it's an AC 9-volt power adapter. So I'll plug in right here. You might be able to put a battery in here by taking that off. So I don't know. I do like that the Velcro, they got the little Velcro things on there, the one half of the Velcro. So you're put it on a pedal board. Would be pretty nice. It's very light, doesn't weigh very much. It's got the LED indicator light here, so I'm sure if it works, that'll come on. And I want to show you, compare size. Let me get my Super Overdrive pedal. Get my Super Overdrive pedal, and we'll compare it to that and see what the size. Just want to show you the size of it. So this is, let me do this so I can see what's going on here. So this is, this is my Super Overdrive. This is actually, I'm going to do a video on this. This is my original Japanese Super Overdrive pedal, which I've had 150 years. And there's a funny story behind it. And I want to do a video where I actually compare this to I'm sure there's a million out there, but I want to do it. So that's the size difference of the two. So we'll go back here, we'll go in the studio and I'll fire it up, make sure it works. If it works, it'll be longer than this, the video, and we'll check it out. What I like to do, not only check out the sound of the chorus, but I also like to see if there's any settings in here I can use to brighten up my sound, to maybe bring out the presence, bring out the bass, the warmth of it. So I'll do that. And hopefully it'll work. We'll see how much it detunes. Some choruses really detune quite a bit, which isn't bad because you can use that with a dry signal, blend those two together, and it just sounds incredible. And I do it in a stereo way, and really kind of brings it out too. But yeah, so if it really detunes quite a bit, I'll try it in the studio with a bit of dry signal and see how that works and how that sounds. So we'll go ahead, we'll go into the studio and we'll fire it up and we'll do a test on it and we'll check it out and see how it goes. Like and subscribe. All right, I got this thing plugged in. Not tried it yet, so we're gonna all try it together and see what this sounds like. This is just the guitar, not on. So that's with it off, and we'll get it started. I'm gonna turn it on, hopefully this thing comes on. And it does. Lights up. Let's check and see if there's any noise in the pods. Turn my guitar up just to... Ooh, it sounds like it's working. Yep, everything seems fine. So I'm gonna turn, it's the, what is that called? We've got depth and rate. So I'm gonna turn the depth to about there, and I'm gonna turn this all the way down so we can kind of get started and see what it sounds like. So here we go. Start with the middle switch, middle position. Turn up the rate a little bit with that same depth, and let's turn about 12 o'clock, and let's just see what this sounds like. Yeah. All right, let's keep that same rate, and let's turn our depth up to about the same, to about 12 o'clock, and get a little bit more intensity on the chorus there. Let's turn the depth up a little bit. We'll keep that same rate. Turn that to about 3/4, I guess you'd call that. Crazy the way it detunes it like that. Let's turn it off just to show you I'm not quite out of tune. That's with it off. I'll turn it back on again. Turn our rate up a little bit. And see what that sounds like. let's again just turn it off, and it really detunes it, which is not bad. We could actually blend that in together with just a standard signal, just a normal signal, and kind of blend it. And I do that a lot of my recordings. Actually, my last song, At the Seams, that I'll put in the link, I did detuning on the chorus just like kind of what that does, and then added a dry signal to it. So this is with it off, and just to show you, you know, I'm not completely out of tune here. Do that same little finger picking thing with this thing. All right, let's go crazy on our depth and our rate. Just turn it all the way up and see what that sounds like. Right, it's crazy sounding. Let's just turn it off. Show you again. I'm in tune. Let's turn it down to just kind of like a chorus that I would use maybe live, so it's not so detuned. Not so crazy sounding, just nice. I might add a little depth to it. The depth up a little bit, kind of do that same little thing. I often like to find little tricks that we can use pedals for. If you watch my last video on the Joyo tremolo pedal, there's a certain little tip that I use, and maybe I'll put that in the description so you can check that out. It's a little tip that I do, and I actually use it. And how I use the pedals, just to get different sounds out of them and not quite the sound it's intended for. I usually do something like where I turn the rate or the depth maybe all the way down, and I just check it out and see if it's got any unique sound to it. Maybe it brings out the presence, maybe it brings out the lows a little bit. I heard somebody mention on the tremolo video, they thought it brought more warmth to it, which I agree, it really does. So let's just see. Let's turn this off, and we'll just do kind of a check thing here and see what it sounds like with it off. Let's play that same thing and see if it does anything to it. Really does. It kind of, you know, still got that kind of chorusy effect, but I like it. Let's turn the depth up about to 12. See if there's any kind of unique sound we may get out of it. Let's turn it off and kind of compare and see if that did anything. See if it sounds any different. Turn it back on. Yeah, it actually kind of brightens it up a bit, I'd say. Try the kind of the opposite. Let's turn our depth all the way down. We'll turn our rate up. See what it sounds like without it, and we'll turn it back on. Turn it on, see if there's any magic happens on this one. I think that wraps it all up. Definitely, some of those last tones I was getting, I'll definitely try to use that on while I'm recording on a song, just like I did. Probably even use the chorus and might even try to blend some of the heavy chorus detuning sounds that it's getting and blend it with the dry signal and just see if I can get something cool. So I appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe. Check out my brand new video. Right now, as of the time of this showing, it's At the Seams, and I'll put a link in the description of that video. It's a hard rock heavy metal video. So I hope that you'll like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel. It's tough. Thank you for watching. Check out my brand new music video to your left. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.